remote and it's attractive, and I don't know what, unlike the sun, which seems to jar or illuminate too much. I've always been attracted to the moon. Of course, the close view when I landed was not that attractive. I was aware there are craters and irregularities. The far view, I like the remoteness. So it's something you always want, but you don't have it. You can't have the moon or the stars. But that is agreeable to me, to have that distance. But its luminosity, its whiteness, the fact that it changes form over time. The moon also represents to me the passage of time, because we humans do measure time. We measure our age, we measure days, weeks and months. But yes, it was just the beauty of the celestial body which always attracted me. First memory of cloth goes back to the time when you were born. I remember being wrapped up in soft white muslin. So I was exposed to the making of cloth for interiors, and I got to realize that I do love cloth and fabric and its making and conceptualizing. That's been my medium for 35 years now. I saw in my little terrace outside trees that had fallen from the jackfruit tree. Some sort of golden, some dried and brown, and some fresh green. And to me, of course, as to anybody else, it indicated the passage of time. And I realized that it's more than 30 years doing the same thing. Not the same thing, but being in this field. And I realized that it's time to say my story out. Not just a story, but my story out. It's not as much a closure as, part of the journey, putting things together and saying your story out. And there were a lot of people in the design studio which I had at Himmat Singha to help me. So I often think I have more than one pair of eyes and many pairs of hands. The earth atmosphere just couldn't sustain me enough. It didn't quite fulfill me. I never felt like a total earthling. Or there were moments when I didn't feel comfortable, as all of us don't sometimes. So it was one dark night when I flung myself into outer space and earth let go of its gravitational pull. And I floated around in space for a long time. And lo and behold, there was that luminous silver object in the sky which we call the moon, and I found myself landing on the moon. That's how the story began, but it was uncomfortably close. to the moon surface. So, well, back to being an earthling. When we relate the word lunar to moon, a friend in jest said it means lunatic, which I didn't quite mind because, in order to make something or to realize something in this material realm, in my experience, I've found you've got to be a bit obsessive about it. If not obsessive, it has to kind of consume you. So there is a need to move beyond functionality and hence, move from design to art. And there are always overlaps, but I love the idea. I quite naturally veer towards it. So a piece of metal which I find rusted in the bamboo bazaar in Bangalore, or a found piece of wood, invariably finds its way in my home, and I do something with it, assemblage of sorts, because I respect what time does to things and I work with that idea often. So as long as the medium can express the conceptual thinking that I'm having at the moment, if it does express, it's very good. Anything serves the purpose. As a student, we had to go to the loom, but it was all hand operated, handmade jacquard cards. It was all about the hand. In the past 32 years working in industrial situation, I've certainly lost touch with the handmade through cloth. But I love the machine and the jacquard machine because the conversion from the idea or concept to product is aided by modern technology in a magic way. As an artist at a personal level, it's the jacquard which does the right things for me. One of the first things is that I like the idea of being an instrument of a bigger reality, a bigger force, using the instrument at the right time in the right way to manifest something which will, in the annals of time, just disappear in sand, but it doesn't matter. And I would like to tell the young people to explore this because it's all done for you actually, everything. You just become the last step in it. But in the end, we humans with our bodies do need a form to hold on to cling to. And at the moment it happens to be the moon, Chanda Mama, should we say. I'm holding on to Chanda Mama for some more time. So let the creasing happen the way it does. What should I bind it? 40, 44, 88.
Do you want to try linen also?
I don't want to do further trials. Enough is enough.